My name's Anthony Allen. Welcome to my YouTube channel, AnthonyAllenEdits, the YouTube channel that is all about your editing so you can have that freedom over your editing and that full creative control. If that sounds interesting to you, hit the subscribe button. But here in this video, this is part 9 to a 10-part series that I've been running here on my channel for Final Cut Pro 10 beginners. And in this one, we're going to be tackling how to use layers within Final Cut Pro 10. Okay, here we are within Final Cut Pro 10. I have my browser window open, a preview window, the inspector, and I already have some media which I've slightly edited within my timeline. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to actually import something that has an alpha channel. What I mean by an alpha channel is I mean that it doesn't have anything that can interfere with the image. It just has something that I can layer up on top and doesn't have any background to that image. It will make sense shortly. So for example, let's go into my media. This YouTube logo has an alpha channel. The black that you see actually is invisible. There's nothing there. There's no pixels, no coloration, anything at all. In order to show you that it has an alpha channel, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to drag it into the timeline. And at the moment you can see that it's black. The reason being is my player background, my canvas, is actually black. But I'm going to change this just to show you and so you understand what an alpha channel is within Final Cut Pro 10, or in terms of Final Cut Pro 10. So let's go up to where it says Final Cut Pro. We're going to click this. We're going to go into our preferences. Now at this point you can see that we have the player background. Here we're going to change this from black to checkerboard. This will allow us to see the background. Now you can already see that the only thing showing on top of our background is the YouTube logo, meaning that all of this, where you can see the checkerboard, is an alpha channel. There's nothing showing in this area. So when I drag this image on top of our video, you will see that our video is showcased underneath that YouTube logo. And now, without having to create a new layer at all, like in other video editing platforms, Final Cut Pro is seamless and you can just simply drag your media on top of the other media. There's no need to actually create a layer within the timeline because it's already there. You can see from this black bar here, this is the main layer of our timeline. Everything within this is where the video and images that you import into the timeline will be the main spine, the bottom layer of that image. Anything below this will be audio. So just to make a point about how many layers you can actually create seamlessly here within Final Cut Pro 10, what we're going to do is I'm going to select this piece of media, the YouTube logo. I'm going to go up to Edit, Copy, and then we're going to use Command V to paste this. Now automatically when pasting this, this has gone on top of our other media source, creating a new layer. Let's drag this back as our playhead has moved all the way to the end of where that media source ended. With the playhead in the right place, again over the top of this image, we're just going to again press Command and V to copy and paste that media source. Again, this has created another layer, and you simply just scroll up and down your timeline to view that piece of media. Now we're just going to delete these. Let's show you another use of layering up your images within Final Cut Pro 10. So let's say for example at this point we have our pyramids, but we want to make or create a transition into another piece of video. Instead of actually cutting and creating the transition, you can simply just layer your image on top. So let's pick this sunrise and we're going to put this on top of our pyramid image. Then we're just going to shorten the duration of this piece of media to show you exactly how this works. So let's press play at this point within the timeline. Did you see that? It quickly transitioned into the top layer of media. And let's press play again. Very quickly, we have created a transition, just a quick jump cut transition from one image to another. But you can actually add transitions to this piece of media to give it another effect. For example, the passing of time with a cross dissolve. Let's add a cross dissolve to our top layer here. This should present a completely different story with a transition added to the top layer. Let's play this through. This can also be done with still images, like for example the YouTube logo that we have just used. And that is basically how you would use layers to create a transition. Just thought I'd interject there and show you that technique. Now we're going to delete these and we're going to move on to layering up audio fairly quickly. So as I mentioned earlier on in this video, the audio goes beneath the main spine visuals of our timeline, as seen below here with the audio I've already inserted to the timeline. If I try and drag this piece of audio media into the timeline, you will find that even if I pull it above the visual, video or images, it will just simply redirect itself to the correct position. Now at this point, you can actually do what you like with this layer. If it's too loud, you can lower the decibel, and you can add transitions accordingly. Let's have a listen. So layers within Final Cut Pro 10. Do you have any questions about how to use your layers within Final Cut Pro 10 that was not tackled within this video? If you do have any questions, hit me up with a comment down below and I will try to answer your question within the best of my ability. And if I can't answer it, then there should be someone within the comment section that should be able to help you as well. But don't go anywhere, because I've got a lot more coming here on my channel, and I've got the part 10 to this 10-part series coming up next.